My name is Colleen Sinclair and I create organic skincare products. I use organic ingredients or wild harvested ingredients to create skincare products. So I never use anything synthetic or toxic, and I started doing that because most skincare products contain ingredients that are toxic. I mean, there's simple methods to make soap and salves and scrubs and that sort of thing, but then you put your own flair into stuff, and there have been some recipes that I've created for soap that later on people who professionally make soap would say, but you can't do that. But I am doing that and it's working great. So that's what I mean by that. I wasn't trained formally to do most of what I'm doing. So I do it from an artist's eye and from my past experiences, and it's been working out great. It's a long story, but the short story to start would be I was working in the medical field for doctors who only practice natural medicine, and I learned a lot working there about how the toxic things in our environment affect us, and I was working on being the healthiest me that I could be, and I realized that one part of the pie there was our skincare and the products that we put on our body, and most of what I was finding had synthetic toxic ingredients. A majority of the ingredients were that way, and because I was working where I was working, I was learning a lot about how you could utilize organic or wild harvested things instead. Simple, more nutritive, nourishing to your body, and it works just as well, and in some cases much better, and actually will help reverse issues that people have had their entire life. This was a long time ago, as before I opened the apothecary. I was making just scrubs. I was using different oils and either salts or sugars or herbs to make different scrubs to help exfoliate your skin. And that was way back, probably when I was doing nails. I worked in the beauty industry, and that was probably about maybe 30 years ago. So it's been a while. When I worked in the medical field and I was striving to be the healthier me, I wasn't very healthy. I had a lot of health issues, and I was young, and I realized that I had a lot of information to share with people because I was working in an office administering natural therapies and treatments that were turning people's health around. And then it did it for me, and I just got really passionate, and I furthered my education as a holistic nutritionist, and I'm first, before anything, an artist. And so I decided I wanted to start creating things to offer people alternative choices to the things that were not contributing to overall health. It's really exciting. So I worked in the beauty industry, I worked in the medical field, I became a certified holistic nutritionist. The ingredients that I'm using, I know what they are, I know what they offer you, I know how they support health and the different things that they might offer specifically. And so when I'm creating a product, I start with, what do I want it for? What do I want it to do? And then I think about all of the foods and the spices and the herbs and the oils and the clays and the different other ingredients that I know would contribute to that specifically. And it's exciting to be able to create something that's completely safe and supportive to overall health and pull those ingredients together. So I get excited about it. I definitely started in my kitchen at home. And because I'm a certified holistic nutritionist, all of my ingredients at home in my kitchen are organic and superfoods, things that are like medicinal, therapeutic. And I decided, there's a lot of offerings out there, skincare products, that have those subpar ingredients, and I'm not doing it. I'm going to use the best of the best that I have in my kitchen, and yeah, that's where I started it. A body scrub or even a facial scrub. Scrubs are easy. Most people have the ingredients at home that they can make a scrub pretty quickly. So I would start there. There's some science there. I'm doing some science, and I liked science in school, but I didn't realize how much I was going to use it in my professional career. But with soap, you've got your oils, you've got your liquids, you got the sodium hydroxide, the lye, and you got to get the measurements right, the timing right, the temperatures right, the other ingredients that you might want to put in there at the right time, and then you make a beautiful soap. If you don't get some of those things correct, then you might not have a beautiful soap. Yeah, the lye, when I first started working with lye, I didn't understand it, and I was terrified of it. And my first thought was, oh, if I'm scared of it, if it can harm me, then it's toxic. But it's not. It's an alkali. It's an extreme alkali, so it's corrosive to organic ingredient or organic materials. We're organic materials, so you have to be very careful with it. But if you combine it with the proper measurements that I was just mentioning earlier about soap making, then you bring it back towards the acidic side, and then you get to the neutral in the middle, and then it's safe. So that's where the science comes in. That's where the measuring properly comes in. That's the component that is necessary to turn the oils and liquids into soap. So that's the important part of this, this whole process. Because lye is scary, people don't understand how it works, and they think, maybe like I did initially, that it's toxic, but it's not. And it's very helpful to clean your body, and it's necessary to make a bar of soap. And some people think that soap can be made without it, but there might be some instances where you can make a soap, but typically a bar soap, at some point in the production of it, there was lye involved. Sometimes people will get the melt and pour after that lye part is done, and then they think, oh, I didn't use lye to make my soap. At that point, it wasn't used, but initially it was. So I'm an artist. I like to create things, and because initially I started this because I wanted to offer organic, safe, clean products, I decided I needed to make them, and it was so much fun. I couldn't stop. I have over 100 different recipes, and it just came naturally to me. So what I do is I find what is needed and I create it, and that's the fun part of owning the apothecary. We get to create here. And yeah, that's it. Every single product that we sell here at the apothecary, we actually formulate the recipe and handcraft it right here. I start local. Some of my ingredients I actually harvest in the desert, and the rest of the ingredients, if I can find organic, high quality, local, I get them there, and then I just start to branch out as close to local as I can get. But there are some ingredients that I'll order pretty far away from here. I love this town. This town is really awesome. It's peaceful, it's beautiful. I feel like I'm on vacation every day, and there was a spot open, and I live close to here, so I decided to do it here. So customers that come here are from all over the world, and they're excited to see Arizona, and when they come into my shop, they get excited because we handcraft everything here on site, and a lot of our ingredients are local. They're from the local plants, and we harvest those. So that makes them really excited because they're getting a truly Arizona product when they walk in the door. Creosote is also called chaparral or greasewood. The Latin name is Laurea tridentata, and it's one of the oldest living organisms on the planet. It's a medicine. You could use it therapeutically, internally and externally. I specialize in the external part. I harvest it here at the ghost town, and I also live a few minutes away where I own 16 acres that's covered in the creosote. That was intentional. And I harvest it ethically, and I infuse it into my organic oils. And I've created a couple different soaps, a salve, a lotion, a beard oil. And sometimes people will request custom skincare products, and we utilize the creosote in that often. So creosote is a native desert plant found here in this area in Arizona, and it's one of the oldest living organisms on the planet. I like to see results from my clients. So when I started to create the clean organic skincare products, my initial thought was this will be wonderful to have something effective for your skin that doesn't include anything toxic. But what I have found is that when you remove those synthetic toxic ingredients, a lot of skincare issues for people reverse or disappear. And I know that it's not actually like the product curing or healing or anything. What it is you're removing the ingredient that's causing the issue, that's causing your health to decline in different ways. I hate to bash the beauty industry because I love the beauty industry. It's great. I was there for over 20 years, and everybody there is making people feel good, make people look good, and it's fun, and the consistencies and the products and the smells. But the problem is that most of the ingredients used in the beauty industry are toxic, and so they're not supporting overall health. And a lot of them are endocrine disruptors. And those things will affect your thyroid, and they affect your overall health, and they contribute to a lot of disease. So, yeah, that's part of the problem there. I don't know what the exact number is right now, but I know there are over 1,000 skincare ingredients that are banned in other countries that are utilized here. It's not regulated. So a lot of products are made with ingredients that are like it's proven that it's contributing to issues and health issues. So it's not regulated, and all these skincare products can be made however they're made. And as a consumer, you don't think that it would be an issue or allowed. So you just trust that what you're purchasing is safe and good, and you don't think about the sciencey part of it because people are not skincare creators, they're skincare users. And just like food, there's a lot of foods that we shouldn't be eating because they're made with ingredients that are not contributing to health. But as a consumer, I wouldn't think it would be allowed. I'm a holistic nutritionist. If I won't eat the ingredient, I question whether it's going to go into my skincare product. So your skin absorbs a lot of what you put on it. Different rates, different areas of the body, different ingredients will penetrate or be absorbed. There's a lot of variables there, but it can't be denied that a lot of what we put on our skin gets into our bloodstream. And I make sure that if I can't eat it, I question whether it goes into the skincare product. Every product that I make here can be made simple or really elaborate. And it just depends on what my goal is with that product. Sometimes I want it really elaborate to make it pretty and have more benefits. Sometimes we want it really simple because that's all you need. Sometimes if I've misplaced my face lotion or serum, or I just don't have time to go run upstairs and grab it, I'll go in my kitchen and use a little bit of olive oil and put that to moisturize my face or my skin or even on my arms. So that's pretty simple. Anybody can do that. Coconut oil is great. So, but then I would make a product that might have 20 different ingredients in it. So it can range from super simple to extremely elaborate. So yeah, the awareness, so the education, understand why it's important to use skincare ingredients that are clean, skincare products that are made with ingredients that are not gonna, cause any ill health, understanding that, and then knowing where to get it. understanding that just like you read your food ingredient label, you want to read your skincare ingredient label. And so that's a big part of it. Like, I didn't think it was an issue until I learned. And also, people don't think that it can be absorbed into their body or that it really makes a big difference. But the average person puts approximately 10 skincare products on their body every day of their entire life, and maybe 1 day, 2 days, a week, it's not a big deal. Your body can process it and clear it out. But if you're doing a lifetime of that, or if you're sick otherwise, or you're exposed to other toxic things, all that is contributing to the toxic load. So if health is important to you and you want to live optimally, then you start to think about all the areas in your life that you can eliminate things that are not contributing to your health. And skincare is huge. Sunscreen and sunblock are different. I make a sunblock. I use zinc oxide, and it protects you from the UVB, UVA rays. And it's a simple way to protect yourself from the sun. You still, maybe want to not be out in the sun exposed, especially in Arizona, all the time for hours and hours and hours. Everybody's going to have different levels of vulnerability depending on your overall health. But I make a sunblock, and that seems to be working really well. Sunscreens, I don't make a sunscreen because there's a lot of ingredients involved in that are toxic. I worked in the medical field for MDs, naturopaths, homeopathic doctors, and when I first started to work for them, I had no education or experience with that world of medicine, so I thought it was, not real. But it is. It's very real, and it helped me turn around a lot of negative health issues I had that don't even exist anymore. I was told I would have to take medicine for the rest of my life to manage, and I really love that I get the opportunity here to contribute to that sort of health for people on a regular basis. And here at the apothecary, I still have connections with the natural health world, and some of those doctors will reach out to me and have me make custom skincare products for their patients. And it helps, and it actually supports the healing process. And that's another thing that I do that I love, and it feels really good to hear stories from different customers that maybe have tried everything and have gone to all the medical professionals to resolve an issue, and then they come in here and start using a simple product that we handcraft, and it reverses. And all those things make me feel really good about what we're doing here, and also motivates me to continue to create more. And it also motivates me to maintain the integrity of what I'm doing. So I don't mess around. It's either the best ingredient or I don't use it. When you're using clean skincare and you're using organic ingredients, these products are the long-term health results. So our society is used to, you take a pill for an ill and you get an immediate answer and it resolves everything. So as a holistic nutritionist, when someone comes in here with a serious skin issue, your skin health starts from within. So absolutely what's on the outside can contribute, but what's going on the inside is a big part of it. So it's important to look and address both areas. So using clean skincare can resolve a lot of things for some people, but if there's something serious happening internally, that has to be addressed. And I help people with that as well. A lot of times I'll talk to others who create products and they don't realize the ingredients. The difference in what we do here is our ingredients. They are the best of the best, and the best meaning the best to support your health. There's nothing that you have to worry about here as far as toxicity goes. I keep saying toxicity, but it's a big word that's really just clarifies the difference. All my ingredients support health. I just keep learning how effective the clean skincare really is. There's a lot of people that will tell me about their skin issues that I had no idea. Just switching to a simple, clean ingredient bar of soap could turn around for somebody. And they're excited about that too. So that is a big deal for me. My hope for the future would be to share the skincare wider and farther, and everybody just decides that they're going to switch to only using ingredients or skincare products that contain ingredients that are not going to cause harm. I think that should be the norm. And I would love for my products to contribute to that and be all over the world, but I would want to make sure that the integrity remains.